It is a new week and lawmakers are headed back to Augusta for the final stretch of the session.
But one big item still looms large over the State House: budget talks. The Appropriations and Financial Affairs Committee is still working on another two-year budget bill. Good evening and thank you for joining us for News and Tremaine at 5. I'm Samantha York.
And I'm Brian Yacono. On this topic, Mainers who are working in childcare in that industry, they credit the state's wage stipends, you might remember what those are, for 11% to a 15% increase in the number of educators alone working in that field.
They say the incentive has been vital to keeping childcare centers open and available for Maine families, but that's progress, and there is fear that could all quickly be reversed. Our Pearl Small joins us now to explain. Hey, Pearl.
Hey, Sam and Brian. Those wage stipends that you mentioned, as well as some funding for Maine's Head Start program and additional funds for Maine's child care professionals, are all at risk of millions in cuts. That is if the legislature approves Governor Mills' biennial budget. With just a few weeks until the deadline for a vote, those who work in the industry and benefit from it are hoping they can keep making enough noise to prevent that from happening.
Get a big boulder.
Finding childcare in Maine.
He's a child who got education when he needed it.
Jeanette Mugwaniziyu remembers how important that was when she and her 4-year-old son first moved here from Rwanda.
So without Head Start or other running education, I'll be homeless or a hopeless person.
Maine's Head Start program allowed the two of them to learn English. Mugwaniziyu was able to get a job while her son was taught basic skills and social interaction. It's hard for her to think about where he'd be without that.
I can't imagine that. It's so terrifying. It's so terrifying just being a kid. I just think he will be just a depressed boy.
There you go. Go have fun.
But fears of that becoming the reality for future children are mounting, as the deadline for Maine's legislature to approve the biennial budget looms over the heads of parents, childcare workers, and employers.
We hope these messages are heard loud and clear.
Many stakeholders banded together Monday at Feels Like Home Early Care and Education in Westbrook, laying out what they believe Governor Mills' proposed cuts would mean for the state. Head Start could lose more than $7 million, and the $30 million cut to childcare wage stipends would effectively lower the base pay for workers from $16.40 to $15.15 per hour.
It's not sustainable for families to pay the complete cost of childcare. It's not sustainable for the owners to be able to pay these living wages with the prices that we're charging.
Business owners like Jennifer Westcott fear workers will start to leave, and it will have a much larger effect than just saving tax dollars.
Childcare is a necessary part of our communities. We don't have an economy without it. We don't have a workforce without it.
The executive director of a child care agency in Gorham, Megan Carrasco, says even with how the system is currently set up, she constantly hears about child care centers closing.
The margin for income and ability to be successful in this field is very low.
Carrasco says, on the contrary, they've been hoping for an increase in state funding. Now, employers, workers, and parents are hoping this budget doesn't get passed and set them back.
Everybody had to take our education seriously. Take it as a foundation of life, as a foundation of the future of the country.
We reached out to Governor Mills' office, and a representative told us that the governor, as a parent of 5, understands how important childcare is, and that's why she's worked hard to provide support, including adding wage stipends to the state budget in 2022. However, they added the governor had to propose difficult changes like this one as part of a tough budget cycle, which she did not like having to do, but it was important to return the program to a sustainable level of spending so it can continue far into the future. Sam and Brian.
Pearl Small live in our studio tonight. Pearl, thank you.